Hello, lovely yogi friend, and well done for joining me for this level 2 practice. We're going to start by coming onto our back. So let's come onto our backs. And we're going to bring our knees in towards the body and give the knees a nice big hug. Nice. And just a little movement of your head from side to side here. Doesn't need to be big, just needs to be something that feels nice for your neck. Tying it in with your breath. Lovely. And then coming back to the center. And we're going to take our knees nice and wide. Press down on the inside of the knees. And then making a little movement for your feet around in circles. So spreading your toes, moving the feet, waking up the ankles, feeling the energy in the lower half of the legs. Lovely. And then drawing your knees together. We're going to keep the right knee tucked in towards the body and then reach the left leg straight out along the mat. Inhaling, drawing the left knee in. Exhaling, right leg reaches straight out along the mat. A little action through the feet, flexing the toes. And then as we inhale, we draw the right knee back in. We're going to take the soles of the feet to the earth and press down through the feet and lift the hips up. Now only about an inch. We're going to move the body side to side here. We're trying to create space and freedom for the spine. So we want to feel a little bit like we're kind of hanging in a hammock between the knees and the shoulders. So you can find a little sway, moving this way and that. A little bit like cat-cow, but we have a different orientation for gravity. So we'll feel the strength in the backs of the legs as we lift the hips up a little higher and then slowly come back down to the center. Nice. Drawing your knees in towards you again. Bringing the knees in nice and tight. Lovely. And then reaching the left leg straight out along the mat, coming into a twist. So we're going to guide this knee over to the left. Right arm reaches away, turning to look over your right arm. And then inhale, come back to the center. Left knee comes in, right leg reaches away. Very good for the hips. And then bring the knee over to the right. Left arm reaches away, turning to look over the left arm. Lovely for the spine. And then as we inhale, we come back up to the center. Draw the right knee in beside the left. Take the knees nice and wide. Press down on the inside of the knees. And this time we're going to slide our hands to the outside of the feet, coming into happy baby pose. So it's all of a sudden we feel how this feels in the back of the body, the hamstrings, the hips, the lower back. Nice. And then release the feet, bring the feet to the earth, press down through the feet, lift the hips. So maybe the hips come up a little higher, but we want to find a little bit of movement. You might interlink your fingers underneath you. So finding that sense of ease, as well as the fire in your belly, lifting the hips. Very important to have the ease though as well. And then release your hips back down to the earth. Bring the knees in towards you, hands behind your knees. As we inhale, we're going to rock up into a half boat pose. So what that means is the chest is lifted, the lower half of the legs is parallel to the earth. We have our balance, we have our breath. Nice. And then rocking back, inhaling, coming back up into our half boat pose. Exhaling, rocking back. Inhaling, coming up into our half boat pose. Lovely. Maybe we get a little stronger now, taking the arms beside the legs, feeling that steadiness. Nice. Let's take the right leg in front of the left and fold over our legs. So reaching the arms forward. So it's quite an asymmetrical shape that we're creating here. So really we should feel this a little deeper into the right hip. Lovely. As we inhale, we come back up. We're going to come back into our half boat pose. Feel the lift of the heart. Maybe the hands beside the legs. Maybe we have our hands behind our knees. We're going to rock back. Find that tipping point and then come back up again. So finding that sense of ease, that playfulness. And now the left leg in front of the right as we cross our legs and reach forward. So you might meander your way down here. Just take your time exploring how that feels to come forward, whatever that is and looks like for you. Nice. And then as we inhale, we slowly make our way back up and again come into our half boat pose. This time we might straighten one leg, bend that knee, straighten the other leg. Remember, we're always working on things. The beauty of this is it's called a practice. And then hands behind the knees, rocking back. And then slowly taking the soles of the feet to the earth. Nice. Little movement of your head from side to side. Nice. Bringing the right ankle to the top of the left knee. Bring the left knee in, coming into our thread the needle pose. And that means the right hand is through the gap. Lovely for the hips. And then release. Left foot comes down, right foot comes down, and we'll switch sides. So left foot to the top of the right knee. Inhaling, draw the right knee in. Breathing in. Breathing out. Remember, we're just attending to the body here. We're not forcing anything. And then release, nice and slowly. Lovely. Bringing your knees in towards you, giving your knees a nice big hug. Taking the knees nice and wide. Hands on the inside of the knees, that little stretch. And now this time we're going to take the soles of the feet together. Hands come around the outside of the feet. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So the spine is nice and straight. Arms are straight. Heels coming down towards the earth. Knees out to the side. Breath is smooth and steady. Lovely. And then release, nice and slowly. Bringing your knees together. And again, we're going to rock up into boat pose again. Half boat. Lifting the body. Strong through the legs. Nice. Maybe lifting both legs. Or maybe going one at a time. Just play with it a little. Be playful in your practice. Be kind. If you rock back, the earth is right there. It's all fine. Nice. And then we, again, take the right leg in front of the left. And we're going to fold forward. This time we're going to take our hands a little further round to the left. Create that nice feeling through the right side down into the hip. Come round to the front. And then take the arms round to the right. Inhaling, coming back to the center. Maybe a little extra centimeter to come forward. And then coming up. Let's come into butterfly pose, seated butterfly pose. So Hands come around our toes, knees out to the side, a little lift of the heart, and then maybe even a little fold forward. Might be only a tiny movement, but we want to ease our way down with a nice flat back. Try not to round your back. And then inhaling, coming back up, and we'll switch sides. So left leg in front of the right, reach the arms forward. And we're going to intensify that into the left hip a little bit, taking your hands to the right, staying nice and low, reaching over that right knee. And then come back to the center and walking your hands to the left. And that nice stretch through the front, all along the right side of the body. Nice. Come back to the center. Find that extra centimeter coming forward. And then up, bringing your knees together. And we're going to straighten the legs out in front. Lift the arms, reach up. Exhaling, folding over Paschimottanasana. Lovely. Inhaling, coming back up nice and slowly, taking your hands behind you. And we're going to bend our knees, push down through the feet, lift the hips, look up towards the sky. Our reverse tabletop pose. And then a little movement between your hands and your feet. Lovely. Releasing your hips back down to the earth. And we're going to sit with our legs crossed. So whatever that feels like for you, with your legs crossed, resting your hands on your knees. Let's just make a circle around in one direction and then come back around the other direction. Leaning back, coming forward, coming back to the center, taking your right hand out to the side, left arm reaches up and over, coming up and over the other way. Coming back to the center, left hand to your right knee, right hand behind. Come back to the center, come round the other way. Nice, and then come back to the center. May your life flow with grace and ease for the rest of the day. We'll close our practice by drawing our hands in front of our hearts as we bow in gratitude to our energy, our body, our mind, our heart, our breath, for serving us so well, doing such an amazing job. Our creative center, stoked for the rest of our day. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to you, my lovely yogi friend. Namaste.